turkey sandwich, testing, testing, 1, 2, 3, testing, testing, a Pikachu knees. I'm going to put cow. Thank you for stopping in. Thank you, my cool peeps. My cool peeps. I had to abbreviate this because I only get so many characters in here. Let me turn this down just a smidget. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3, testing, testing, Pikachu knees. Ollie oxen free. LA, are you there? A present. Cool. So let me put a space in there. And supporting. So let me put Cool Peeps. It's cool. Yes, I was able to squeeze all that in. Push done. And push that. And put that over there. Move the box over. It's all in my way. I did it. E for excellent. Let's go, LA. And let me listen one more time and check the music really quickly. Of course, the music decides to fade out and go away while I'm listening for the sound to see if I personally want to turn it down. It's getting ready to start again, so I'm going to listen to it and see if it's cool for me. It's kind of cool right there. I'm just going to let it vibe there. Thank you guys so much for coming in. Welcome to Morning Mooooo with Elay TV. My name is LA, pronounced like LA, like the city. I'm not from there, but I'm breezy. I'm putting a survey in here. Which one? You gonna Gonna choose? We've got Charlie Brown or Snoopy. Snoopy. Yo, I spelled Snoopy wrong. Girl, wake up. It's too late. And start poll. I did it. Everything is set up quick, fast, and in a hurry. Let me go to my dashboard really quickly so I can put the title in for today. Today I'm going to be talking about Snoopy. How can you not like Snoopy? He's one of the cutest animated dogs on the planet. Planet. 12, 16, 25. I am up in the morning like all of the people who be on radios up in the morning, helping get all of you guys through your day. We are gathered around the bonfire, forest fire, dumpster fire, pick a fire. We are gathered around one of the fires before the rising sun, getting things done as we should be. Snoopy. Yay! It's as simple as that. And let me put a happy face in here. Bam! Look at me go. You did that, LA. You're doing so great. I'm so proud of me. I'm great. I'm so proud of me. I'm crying. I'm catching all this stuff. And then let me put Snoopy in my hashtags. Save and move forward. I have so many good things happening for myself and this platform all at one time. Looks like this is definitely my year, guys. at the tail end. What's going on, Chile? I'm so happy you're here. I was saying that this looks like year 2025 is my year. Um, at the tail end, nonetheless. I believe we have successfully made it to our 100th morning Mooooo celebration. So I'm looking forward to it. We're going to have to think of what we can do to celebrate. It's crazy. The timing is perfect, and I'm glad you're here, Chile. Yeah. So we got to figure out what we're going to do to celebrate our 100th morning Mooooo episode. The end of the year is coming. Stranger Things is coming on. And guess what? We only have 35 more hours to go. 35, 35, 35, 35. I'm so happy that I'm so happy that this live stream is currently not filled with thousands of cool peeps yet, because I get to just specifically chat with you and have a moment. So everything's working out perfectly. Hey, Chile, what's going on, bro? I'll make you some pancakes. Oh, so you gonna make your pancakes, but not me. I'm not making you pancakes, LA, because you're not supposed to be eating and live streaming. If you don't get out of here and get in that kitchen and fix them dang on pancakes, boy, I tell you. Thank you so much for your support and for your help throughout the years and for helping get this thing going. Yeah, he's supposed to be fixing me pancakes, but they never do, because they both agree that I'm not supposed to be eating on the live stream. But I eat cereal practically every day, but they won't fix pancakes. And I cannot fire them. They're locked into this contract for a long time. I didn't think they was going to change like this. I might have to figure out what we going to do with them. Thank you guys for coming in. The time is 5. You are awesome too. Thank you so much. The time right now, guys, is a glorious 5:08 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we are up gathered around the fire before the rising sun, getting things done as we should be. That's the only way to fly. And I'll put thank you so much, because I want to not only say it, I want to document it. Let me get this going before he has to boogie on out of here. There we go. Yay! Everybody's awesome. Everybody's cool. We're a part of the team. Everybody's awesome. Oh, please stop singing. It's too early. My ears. My ears are bleeding. Ears. My ears are bleeding. Y'all remember on Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, he was closing the door. He's like, he's like, see, soundproof doors. This is my second day talking about Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, so we're gonna have to watch it. I gotta get that outfit. Man, that outfit is everything. What was the yellow shirt, striped pants, Steve Urkel waist high pants. He had the pants pulled all the way up to his chest. And they still look too big. Oh man, he had the big boy's hair from the restaurant. Hey, what's going on? High five. Bam. Welcome in. Yes, Ace Ventura Pet Detective is a funny movie. I was first introduced to that because our art teacher would play it in class. I was like, let's go, art teacher. So shout out to my art teacher, Mr. Martinez. I know he's still up and going. I think my little sister even was able to have him as a teacher, so I thought that was pretty cool too. So shout out to my art teacher, because he was pretty darn cool in that regards. Ace Ventura Pet Detective played constantly in rotation at his TV. And when the guys got finished with their drawing assignments, they would watch the TV, and you could just hear laughing. I thought those were good memories. So today I will be talking about you guys' favorite cartoon character, Snoopy. Dun 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 dun. Hey, dun 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 dun. There was a student I went to school with named Fred Lineschwager. I always say his name wrong, but when we had academic track, that was the song I believe that helped us win because he played the Peanuts theme song for academic track. Was academic track for us was basically nerd wars, a competition of the minds and talents. So it was basically a talent show for the nerds. If you like to sing and dance, if you like to put on skits or read poetry, if you wanted to test in the battlefield of the minds by way of science test and all that stuff, that's what took place there. So he always placed when he played that song for our school during middle school. So shout outs to what is it? I think we went to school from middle school, elementary, middle school, and high school. So shout out to Fred Lineschwager. I know I said your last name wrong. And to his sister. His sister was really, really nice. She was so cool. She reminded me of Topanga from Boy Meets World. She was so nice. Oh my gosh. I was like, man, I wish my big sister was as cool as her. I don't think I ever told her that, but in my mind, I just wish that my sister was cool like her. So thank you guys for giving us cool memories. So yeah, shout out to the cool people I did go to school with who were actually nice. Thanks for being nice. And moving forward, today we will be talking about Charlie Brown per se, but Snoopy. Snoopy is a really fun character. He's always happy even when he's sad. It's like when Snoopy gets an attitude, it's like, how can you be upset with him? Because he expresses himself in the way where it's like you can see he's really upset, but he don't take it out on people. But you can tell when it's drawn, he wants to. It's like, wow, Snoopy. So let me pull up Snoopy really quickly. Snoopy. Once again, I want to thank all my cool peeps for coming in. You guys have so many things to do while you're tuning in to me at the same time. Some of you are at work, going to work, on your break, So thanks so much for dipping in and out. So we've got Snoopy right here. As soon as I type him in, it's like 5 different adorable pictures of him that pops up on here. We've got Snoopy. Is one of the central characters in the comic strip Peanuts by American cartoonist Charles M. Schulz. Charles M. Schulz. He also appears in all of the Peanuts film and television specials, debuting in the strip on October 4th, 1950. So it's kind of like Snoopy's birthday is October 4th. Isn't that cool? The original drawings of Snoopy were inspired by Spike, one of Schultz's childhood dogs. Today, y'all, I remember to make my tea. But the thing is, I remember almost too late. It was about 10 minutes before the show started. But had I not talked about it out loud yesterday and the day before, I wouldn't even remember to get my tea in the first place. And guess what? I have my spoon too, because I need to protect my voice. This is the most I've ever talked on YouTube, like far as not doing voiceovers, pre-recorded videos, because if I did pre-recorded videos, I was able to push the pause button, go do something else, or take a break. So I am taking care of my voice. This tea is hot. I don't know if you guys can see the steam coming out of it, but it's steam coming out of it. You know how the Statue of Liberty stands up taller with the flame? Well, that's how flaming hot this tea is. So I have my spoon so I can cool it, but I want to sip some tea so it can soothe my throat. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. Tea, cool off. Hey, y'all. blue moon, I will put a half a teaspoon of sugar in the tea because it passes for a nice treat. It makes me feel like I just went to the store and bought something new. And it also makes it feel like I've given myself a special treat. So let me get a couple more spoonfuls of this and I'll be on my way. It's already helping with just the first sip. Wow, it's really helping out. Yay, behold the healing powers and miracles of tea. One more and I believe I'll be on my way. Oh, I don't want to leave the spoon in there because it'll get too hot. I did that a few times in my life, y'all. There. One more. It froze. One more spoonful and I'll be good to go. Let's see. I'm going to get one more spoonful of tea and keep moving. Hey, what's going on? Hello, good morning. I'm getting my beautiful voice ready to talk. Y'all, my voice was getting raspy and hoarse. I had to take care of it really quickly. The healing powers of tea. I know I said one more, but I need one more for me. One for the road. Yes, I know I said one more, but apparently I was wrong. I need another. Y'all, this tea is soothing. I'll keep the lid open, so hopefully it'll cool off some more by the time I get it. I really could use that. Moving forward, we're talking about the cute character Snoopy from the Charlie Brown Accessories. I'm going to go right over to Wikipedia because that's the go-to right now. And if anything, I want to put the link in here too. So let me go to back here. I'm going to drop the link for Snoopy in here because I'll be reading all about him from Wikipedia. So if you want to follow along, you'll be able to. Let me put today. I will be talking about Snoopy. I will be reading the information from Wikipedia. Wikipedia and put here is the link. Is the link to Snoopy by way of Wikipedia if you want to follow along. There. And save. I just put the link below in the description if you're interested in reading along with me with on Wikipedia about Snoopy. Excuse me. Now that we're all on the same page, I can begin. Hello, what's going on? That's all right. You're right on time. I'm actually just getting ready to start. I just dropped the link in the description. I'll be reading some fun facts about the cartoon character Snoopy today. But before we get started, y'all, I can't believe I'm 19 minutes in. It is time for cows in the chat. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children, pets, plants, animals, artificial intelligence, and all living, breathing things here on planet Earth. They say that America is the great melting pot, and they're wrong. They're so wrong. Oh yeah, they're wrong. Planet Earth is the melting pot, and all are welcome. It is time for cows in the chat. And cows in the chat is where you can put cow emojis in the chat, animal emojis in the chat, or your favorite emojis in general in the chat. Well, I'll play a little song that goes like this. Harmonica, please. Thank you. Ooh. Cows in the chat. Cows in the chat. Moo. Cows in the chat. Cows in the chat. Cows in the chat. Cows in the chat. Moo. Cows in the chat. Cows in the chat. This is the small time where I take the time to celebrate the beautiful cows, aka bovine. Shoo moo moo. Moo moo. Moo moo moo. Bovine. Moo moo. Moo moo. Moo, moo, moo. We are gathered around the forest fire, dumpster fire, the bonfire to celebrate the cows in the chat. I'll have you know, life would be pretty awful, strange, and boring if there weren't any cows. Dear NASA people, I am here on the line for Tuesday, Taco Tuesday, asking you to please go into your laboratories. Go into your Dexter's laboratory. Dum, dum. Go into your Dexter's laboratory and please bring us out a unicorn. We could use a unicorn as a peace offering because you guys really messed up this planet, according to me, with your toys. So as a peace offering, you're like, hey, we're from NASA. We're really sorry that we screwed up this planet with our sci-fi toys. And a lot of the things got, quote, allegedly loose. And now you have to deal with it. So to say that we're sorry, here's some unicorns. We would love that. And please know here on Elay TV, we do have Cool Peeps who are a part of the Unicorn Protection Program. And here are your suits. If you guys want to be a part of the Unicorn Protection Program, grab your suits and put them on because we promise to protect the unicorns when NASA safely releases them to the hands of the Cool Peeps on the Elay TV platform. We promise to defend these precious unicorn from Lord Voldemort. Although Lord Voldemort was, quote, allegedly defeated in Harry Potter, Voldemort passed away in a magic land, and we know that magic never dies. So therefore, in my mind and on this platform, Voldemort is not gone. So we will protect the precious unicorns from Lord Voldemort. We have our karate suit ready and we are ready to defend. Another wacko's wish while I have the NASA people here, because in my mind they are listening. We need strawberry cows. If we can get those two things, NASA, I don't think I'll bother you anymore in this lifetime. Yes, in this lifetime, I won't bother you anymore. So let me put some strawberries in the chat for the strawberry cows. Can we get some strawberry cows, guys? Oh my gosh. The world would be a beautiful place if we had strawberry cows. Because then we'll have chocolate milk, strawberry milk, and regular milk. Could you imagine just driving down the lane and seeing a collection of brown and white cows, black and white cows, and pink and white cows all together side by side grazing? We could call it the Napoleon ice cream effect. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the three cows: strawberry, chocolate, and vanilla. The Napoleon effect cow quartet. Strawberry cows, ladies and gentlemen. Life would be a breeze if they would only give us these two things. NASA, we are asking you. I'm not going to grovel. You're not going to have me grovel. But I know someone who will grovel. Oh, please, NASA. Now introducing the professional whaler. Please, NASA. Please give us the strawberry cow. Whoa! And what else you asking for, LA? Wow. You really messed that up. As a unicorn, please. Please give us these two things. I grovel before you. I grovel. Okay, thank you. Thank you for our professional whaler. I guess he is good for something. Yes. Now go in that kitchen and fix them dang old pancakes. Thank you guys for putting cows in the chat, unicorns in the chat. We will get NASA's attention and they will release, not the Kraken. We don't need no more monsters on this planet, especially if they're bad. But they will release upon the earth a strawberry cow and a unicorn for us cool peeps. Thank you guys for participating in this wonderful segment, the cows in the chat segment. I'll have you know the meeting went well yesterday because I had to go on the private property in an undisclosed location to have a chat with the cows. The cows are doing great. They're proud. They're pleased. And it seems like I'm going to wrap up this year 2025 successfully without any situation. So shout out to the cows on the farm. I want to thank all the cows who are reporting and watching me from a private location. What's up? Moo moo moo, moo 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 moo, moo 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 moo, moo 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 moo, ha, moo 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 moo. That's cow language. We have a special language that we speak that y'all don't know about, but the cows know, and my family knows what we're saying. So, moo, 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 moo. And I'll see y'all in a couple of hours. The cows, I'm not leaving. I'm talking to the cows. Sharks, here we go. Sharks love beef. Well, thankfully, the shark that we hired here on the platform, he is reformed. And he don't do things like that anymore. So the cows will be safe here if they hang out here. Another reason why the cows like Elay TV is because we hired a shark who don't do stuff like that. Moving forward. How you guys doing today? I'm having a good time. Can't you believe a half hour already went by? We just finished the cows in the chat song. Shouts out to NASA because I know one day soon they will listen to our wish and give us what we want. In the survey, which one you gonna choose? I choose Pikachu. Honey, Pikachu isn't in the survey. I still choose Pikachu. Pikachu, I choose you. By the way, I'm Bella Swan, and I'm perfect and beautiful in every way. Bella, if you don't, please get out of the camera and go fix those dang old pancakes. Y'all I'm gonna have to put y'all somewhere. So in the link in the description below is information about Snoopy. It's the link to Snoopy. I'll give y'all 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's go. The link is in the description to Snoopy. Yeah, I like Pikachu too, but he is not in the choice. Which one you gonna choose? We have 30% picking Charlie Brown and 70% who picks Snoopy. Snoopy is cute and adorable. I honestly think before the term came into play, really like full flex, how we have the the therapeutic dog, what do they call them, emotional support dogs. It was like, to me, Snoopy was the epitome of emotional support dog before people knew what an emotional support dog was, or before it became posh, because everyone would gather around the TV set and like Snoopy, you know. So shouts out to Snoopy. He is America's emotional support dog until further notice. So today is 12/16/25. I'm writing in my notes, morning moo. The topic is Snoopy. And then my first question is, I think is first emotional support. Notes are read. Garfield was the first emotional support dog. Oh, very good. Garfield, in his mind, with his mind, he was a dog. He was a beast. But when it was time to act to help save John or Odie, you always found Garfield contemplating whether or not he really needed them. But then he'll be like, the only thing that will save Garfield from abandoning John was the fact of, oh my gosh, who's going to open the food for me? Who's going to fix my meals? Who's going to buy the food? I'm not buying the food. That's the only reason John is still in Garfield's life. Far as Oldie, I don't know. But so you think Garfield was the first emotional support animal? I never thought of that. I went straight to Snoopy. Hello, how are you doing? High five. Bam. So shouts out to Garfield and shouts out to Snoopy. I'm gonna put a couple of cats and dogs in here really quickly. Cat. I hope the black cat shows up or put it on here. Cats and dogs. D-O-G. Oh, look at all these dogs I get to choose from. Cute. There we go. Snoopy is one of the central characters in the comic strip Peanuts by American cartoonist Charles M. Schulz. He also appears in all of the Peanuts film and television specials, debuting in the strip on October 4th, y'all, 1950, The original drawings of Snoopy were inspired by Spike, one of Schultz's childhood dogs. I would like to see if Charles Schulz has an image of his childhood dog available. I'm getting ready to open up a new tab or window to see. Can you provide me a let me see if something will come up. I want to see if a picture of Charles Schultz's dog will come up. Excuse me. Y'all, there it is. They're showing images. So if you're interested, Charles Schultz's dog, the original Snoopy. There's black and white photos of him and his dog, and it's so sweet, y'all. There's the original Snoopy. Cute. So this is dope, man. Look at the Snoopy here. Wow. Okay, those are happy moments right there. So I saw the original Snoopy because he was based off his actual dog. Continuing on in the article, a largely wow, this is a big old word. Anthropomorphic beagle, Snoopy is nearly the polar opposite of his owner, Charlie Brown. Wow, you guys, do you think Snoopy and Charlie Brown are completely opposite of one another? He is capable in multiple areas. Quick-witted, imaginative, and independent. That he is. Snoopy is totally independent. But when he first started, he needed to solely depend on Charlie Brown. But as he grew into his own, Snoopy learned quickly. This includes pretending to be a World War I flying ace, who is the arch enemy of the Red Baron, writing essays and short stories on his typewriter, and trying to romance the different neighborhood kids, with the main objective of his affections being Lucy Van Pelt, who is disgusted by him. What? Snoopy is also known for his large family, rival with Linus Van Pelt over the lattice blanket, the ladder's blanket. Friendship. I didn't know that Snoopy and Linus had a beef, and that beef was because Snoopy wanted Linus's blanket. Wow. Me neither. I believe that was discussed. I never understood why Snoopy slept on the roof of his house. I believe that was discussed over 7 years ago on TV or internet. So what I'll do is write that down to see if I could pull that up, because that is a good point. So why does Snoopy... Thank you. I'm going to check it out in a second. Why does Snoopy sleep on top of his house? After I finish reading this paragraph, we'll get into your answer, Tarsus. So Peppermint Patty believes that Snoopy is just a funny-looking kid with a big nose and long-standing best friend friendship with the yellow bird Woodstock. Wow, that's crazy. These Snoopy kids. I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. Welcome in and good morning. Happy Taco Tuesday to all of my cool peeps in the chat. I'm getting ready to fire up a question. Why does Snoopy always sleep on top of his roof? We're getting ready to find out. Drum roll. Ba 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 ba. Here's the answer. Snoopy sleeps on his doghouse roof because creator Charles Schulz found it funnier and more visually interesting, giving Snoopy a perch for his imaginative adventures. Though one fan theory suggests he might dislike being inside, claustrophobia, but the real reason is simply artistic choice for a beagle who prefers a bird's eye view for dreaming big. That is cool. Oh, man. I like it. Uh-oh. I don't want to push the wrong button. So the original story, the first appearance, artistic evolution. It says here, Snoopy first perched on his roof in a strip from December 12th, 1958, surprising everyone and falling off. Oh my gosh, he fell off. No, Snoopy, we need you. Dude, we need you, Snoopy. We cannot have you falling off the roof. It says here, artistic evolution. As Schultz's drawing skills improved, he gave Snoopy more unique poses, and the roof became a stage for his wild imagination, from being the WW1 flying ace to a famous author. Let's go, Snoopy. Let's go. Let's go, Snoopy. Let's go. Maybe Snoopy sleeps on the roof because he's secretly scared Oh no, not a flood. What's going on, Oliver Smith? I thought that Snoopy slept on top of the roof because Woodstock and his family had crowded him out. It carries on saying why it works: humor, perspective, and imagination. It's inherently funny for a dog to sleep on his shelter rather than in it, subverting expectations. Perspective. The roof offers a great vantage point for Snoopy to observe the world and Charlie Brown, not observe Charlie Brown, and for Schultz to draw him in different scenarios. Why does he need to observe Charlie Brown? Imagination. The roof is his flying circuit, his spot with camel, his writer's block, his cozy spot for chilling with Woodstock. In the deeper dive of this, AI continues. And I want to know the deeper dive of this because this is a very fun thing to point out. Tarsus pointed it out. What's going on, Spicy Burrito? Moo to you. Hey, Spicy Burrito. Hope all is well with you. We've got Tarsus. We've got Spicy Burrito. We've got Oliver Smith and the Heezy. What's going on, guys? We're currently talking about why does Snoopy sleep on top of his roof? And we're getting our answers today, along with the Cool Peeps putting in their reasons why as well. Creators intent for artistic freedom. The main reason, according to creator Charles M. Schultz, was that having Snoopy on the roof allowed for more artistic and narrative possibilities. Drawing the doghouse from a side view rather than the three-quarters view, where it might appear to fall off the slope roof, enables Snoopy to use the roof as a desk for writing his novels or as the cockpit for his spot with Camel when he's with the World War I flying ace. A shift in storytelling style. A shift in storytelling style. Where's that dang old parrot at? Moving Snoopy from inside the house to the top also marked the shift in the strip from more literal storytelling to a figurative and abstracted style, fitting his increasingly human-like personality and rich fantasy life. Snoopy, of course, that's a good one right there. Snoopy is artsy fartsy, and why would he not like watching the stars? You're gonna trip out because AI overview also has something in here about mentioning claustrophobia as one of the bullet points in this summary. Crazy. Just a second. I have to get some more tea for my voice. Yeah, he is always looking up at the sky, imagining. Maybe Snoopy sleeps on the roof because he's secretly scared. It might be a flood. Oh, man. Everyone gets cool points for using your imaginations. That's one thing for certain. Shouts out to Lipton tea. Hopefully by the time I take another sip of the tea, it'll be cooled down enough. So it has here, guys, claustrophobia. Dun, dun, dun. Frequently cited, though possibly... Oh, gosh almighty. These dang on words. I don't know what these words mean. I had to copy it, paste it, and have the computer break it down for me. And then I will read it. How in the world do you say this? Can you sound it out? Can you break down the pronunciation? Reading is fundamental. The thing is, while I'm reading, I hope I can remember all this stuff. What's the point in reading if I don't remember all this stuff? So, apocryphal. Wow. Okay, claustrophobia. A frequently cited, though possibly apocryphal reason within Peanuts lore is that Snoopy suffers from claustrophobia, making him prefer the open air. I have to pin this in here, guys. Wow, that is so cool. I've seen what he means far as Mr. Charles Schultz, far as it leaving it open for interpretation, because look at all the reasons we're coming up with as to why Snoopy sleeps on top of his roof instead of inside it. All of these reasons that we're giving could be true, but it's open for interpretation, just like art. I like it. I'm gonna copy and paste this fun fact in here so you guys can see it. This is really cool. And there we go. Real life inspiration. Schultz once mentioned that his own childhood dog, Spike, sometimes slept on top of his doghouse, guys. Wow! Which may have served as the initial inspiration for the gag. Once again, real life inspiration. Schultz once mentioned that his own childhood dog, Spike, sometimes slept on top of his doghouse, which may have served as an initial inspiration for the gag. That is awesome, cool, and amazing. Hello, good morning, welcome in. Ultimately, sleeping on the roof became one of Snoopy's most iconic and humorous characteristics, a visible symbol of his unique personality and refusal to be a conventional dog. Refusal to be a conventional dog. Hey everybody, welcome in. How are you doing? Hey everybody. This article explains why Snoopy famously sleeps on his dog's house roof. Critics, cited artistic freedom, a shift in narrative style, and his symbolic desire for open space. Let's go! Cool fun facts that I have not heard of. I thought one of the things was because Snoopy, once again, his house was filled with all Woodstock's family. I'm going to type this in to see if anything like that comes up. It's because because Woodstock family is living in there. So let me see what will happen. I asked, is the reason why Snoopy sleep on top of his roof is because Woodstock's family is living in there? And AI Overview was like, no, you dummy. Oh, man. So, that's funny. Let me move forward here. No, the reason Snoopy sleeps on the roof is not because Woodstock's family is living inside. The interior of Snoopy's doghouse is famously much larger on the inside, used to store various items like a pool table, fine art, not as a living space for the characters and family. Like Scooby-Doo's house. There was an episode on one of the older Scooby-Doos, like the original Scooby-Doos, I think, where Snoopy, they actually went inside his house and it was like a mansion. It says here, continuing on, Woodstock's origin story did not involve a nest on Snoopy's stomach. Oh, wait a second. Woodstock's origin story did involve a nest on Snoopy's stomach, where his mother laid eggs and later abandoned them. But Woodstock's official, quote, home is a small birdhouse given to him by Snoopy in the TV special It's the Easter Beagle, Charlie Brown. The actual reason for Snoopy sleeping on the roof are artistic narrative freedom, interior storage. The inside is an impossibly large storage area for Snoopy's many possessions, leaving no room for sleeping. Wow, that is cool. Real life inspiration. Schultz mentioned that his own childhood dog sometimes slept on the doghouse roof, which provided initial inspiration. Character development. Moving Snoopy to the roof marked a shift in the strip style, moving the character into a more figurative and imaginative world, and that he did. When you create your own story, it helps you take your mind out of the training wheels of the traditional thinking. Possible claustrophobia. A reoccurring gag or fan theory suggests Snoopy is claustrophobic, though this is a least canonical explanation than the others. Woodstock does occasionally stay with Snoopy, but the doghouse's interior is largely a space for Snoopy's expansive and unseen lifestyle, not a permanent residence for Woodstock's entire family. Yo, that's really cool. I need to write that down. Let's see here. So now that I have that question answered, I always thought it was because Woodstock's family was in there. I'm going to write it down. Is the reason why? Hello. I'm jotting down a couple of notes about Snoopy, then I'll continue reading other cool stuff. Is the reason why Snoopy sleeps on top of his roof family is living there. Wow, this is really cool, guys. So I learned a lot already in reference to Snoopy and his whole new world. I like Snoopy, and I think the cute little T-shirts that they have. I'm thinking about in reference to the girls, like the women's shirts. They're always cute with Snoopy on the right in the center. You can never go wrong with Snoopy's shirt. That's for sure. Thank you for coming in, guys. I'm having a really good time on here talking about Snoopy and gathering around the forest fire, the bonfire, the dumpster fire. You pick a fire. We are gathered around one of the fires before the rising sun, getting things done on Morning Mooooo with my cool peeps. We are talking about Snoopy. And if you had to choose between Snoopy or Charlie Brown, Snoopy is winning by a landslide. 74% of my cool peeps said Snoopy and 26 said Charlie Brown. Yay! Woo! So I did read a nice long paragraph from Wikipedia, then we segued over into wondering why in the world Snoopy sleeps on top of his roof. I've heard of the song, "On top of old Smokey, all covered with cheese." Yes, thank you. I too have heard of that song. We had to sing that as a child. Moving forward. Has Snoopy ever talked in a episode? Let me type that in. I found the tab. Let's check it out and see. Has Snoopy? Hang on, we're about to find out together. The closest thing I think he came to was grumbling under his breath, and in between grumbling under his breath, it may seem like he said some words. That's my guess, but I'm getting ready to see what AI Overview says. Has Snoopy ever talked in the episodes or movies? Snoopy has generally not spoken human words in the classic Peanuts episodes and movies, but has communicated through expressive nonverbal sounds, yelps, growls, and laughter. He like, and then his teeth, like, dang, Snoopy. Okay. Oh, man. So, but has communicated through expressive nonverbal sounds, yelps, growls, laughter, and pantomime. His voice is the most animated special in most animated specials was provided by the specials director and producer Bill Melendez, using sped up vocal recordings. Ah, cool! The main exception to this rule is the animated adaptations of the stage musicals. Ah, You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown. In the animated TV special based on the musical, Snoopy's thoughts and dialogue from the stage show were verbalized and sung. Snoopy, the musical. Similarly, in his TV special, Snoopy is heard speaking and singing his parts from the musical. Let me put some music notes in the chat. Shout out to Snoopy in the musical. Didn't know there was a Snoopy musical. In these musical adaptations, the audience can hear Snoopy's dialogue, but the child character in the show still cannot understand him, maintaining the established dynamic of the comic strip. In the original comic strip, Snoopy's thoughts are clearly articulated within thought bubbles, which is how readers access his extensive inner world. But this inner dialogue is not typically verbalized for the audience in the cartoons. Hello, Snoopy is amazing. He is like a hero, guys. Snoopy is really cool. And you know what? He didn't have to change too much at all. His character remained the same throughout the course of the years, and we still like him. Snoopy has staying power because he hasn't had to change at all. That's really cool. So shout out to Snoopy. I'm very thankful for that. It says here in the second paragraph, according to Wikipedia, although anthropomorphic, Snoopy is incapable of diegetic speech. In the strip, he is given thought bubbles that showcase his inner thoughts, but these are removed in the majority of external media. In the special, Snoopy's vocal effects were done by a series producer named Bill Melendez. Following Melendez's passing, his voice has been used via archival recordings on all subsequent films and specials. Snoopy is widely considered the franchise breakout character. He has become one of the most recognizable and iconic strip characters of all time, and is considered more famous than Charlie Brown in some countries. Wow, see? So in some countries, Charlie Brown, he is second place to Snoopy. I think that's cool. And it says here, because we're voting, my Cool Peeps and I are voting, and Snoopy is winning. Snoopy is widely considered the franchise breakout character. He has become one of the most recognizable and iconic strip characters of all time, and is considered more famous than Charlie Brown in some countries, often hosting naming conventions with external media in lieu of peanuts, the same way Charlie Brown does. Let's go, Charlie Brown and Snoopy. Special shouts out to Snoopy. Didn't Snoopy, you guys, wasn't there Snoopy's on ice, like the Snoopy Ice Capades? I think there was. I'll have to look that up in a moment. I'm going to put some pops of color in here. Thank you, Tarsus, for holding down the fort while I read through here. Let's see here. And put some color in here to fill up some space. And what else do we have? Let's see, copy. Let me put some roses in here. Let me look. Oh, that is cute. I'm gonna put that in there. Just one moment. And all right. So let me put my next question in reference to Snoopy. Wasn't there a Snoopy on ice capades? I hope AI Overview says yes. Y'all, I'm turning my page over already. It's only Tuesday, and I'm turning the page over to write more notes. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much. So, wasn't there Snoopy? Wasn't there a Snoopy Ice Capades? Good memory. I might make that a separate memory because what, like I said, long story short, my close family and I aren't that close. But what I do now is try to think of all the good things I had, which were rare, with my mom. And one of my cool moments with my mom is when she actually took my older sister and I to see The Simpsons on ice. It was really cool. So on that moment, that's a good moment, thinking about the ice capades. And according to AI overview, guys, Snoopy was did an ice capades thing. So I'm writing down my question for notes and further research because I see myself coming back in the future, rehashing all of these morning Mooooo topics that I talked about. You guys, I plan to live a really long life, and I plan to be on the YouTube until YouTube says no more. So with these notes, I plan to rehash them further down in years of my life. So wasn't there a Snoopy on ice, like the ice capades? It says yes, you are likely remembering correctly. Thank you, AI. Thank you, AI Overview, for saying that I have the memory of an elephant. I only pray that I continue to have a memory of an elephant. All memories, all memories. Yes, you are likely remembering correctly, LA, that Snoopy was involved with large professional ice shows, though it wasn't the main touring ice capade show itself, but rather similar productions closely tied to Peanuts creator Charles M. Schulz's passion for ice skating. What's going on? High five. Yeah, you're talking about ice skating, I think. Yes, there's yes, ice skating. So they have like Disney on ice. Years ago, decades ago, they had the Simpsons on ice as well. It was a whole Simpsons storyline, and they just skated around the ice, and they had the stage props, and the music was playing. It was a wonderful thing. So apparently they did the same thing with Snoopy. This is cool. Thank you so much. I think you'll live a long, happy life. You've got a great attitude. I want all my time here on Earth. Since I'm here, whether they wanted me here or not, that's not up for discussion anymore because what's done is done. I'm here and I want all that life has to give me. I think all my cool peeps are cool, and I hope that you all have really long lives and positive lives too, man. I really need that for you guys. Not so you can just stay watching me, but I need you guys to all have long, positive lives. I want all you guys' lives to turn around for the best and put in the lane of success. So Schultz was an avid ice sport enthusiast, built his own arena. Oh my gosh, did you know this? I think we're all learning this together. Schultz was an avid ice sports enthusiast, built his own arena, the Redwood Empire Ice Arena in Santa Rosa, California. All right, Santa Rosa, California, also known as Snoopy Home Ice. I will take 400 years. And produced many of his own annual ice shows. These shows often feature top Olympic and world champion skaters such as Peggy Fleming, Scott Hamilton, and Christy Yamaguchi. Christy Yamaguchi! What's up, girl? As a special guest, key points regarding Snoopy and ice shows. Snoopy Musical on Ice, a CBS television special featuring Snoopy and professional skaters, first aired in 1978. World medalist Judy Slatke performed as Snoopy in this and many subsequent shows for nearly 4 decades. Annual shows, Redwood Empire Ice Arena became famous for its lush, professional holiday ice shows such as Merry Christmas Snoopy, which became a beloved tradition. 400, what is 400 years in dog years? 40? Well, I don't want 400 years in dog years. I want 400 years in people years. Snoopy was born in 1950, so he is very old. I think 7 dog years. Man, Snoopy is still alive and well. Dun, dun, dun. Snoopy the vampire. Blah, 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 blah. Annual holiday shows, the Redwood Empire Ice Arena became famous for its lush, professional, holiday-themed ice shows such as Merry Christmas Snoopy, which became a beloved tradition, guys. Holiday on Ice. Peanuts character Snoopy did appear as a character in the Holiday on Ice show in 1971. This is so adorable. Right, is that 28,000 human years or 120? Let me ask AI overview. What's 400? Hang on, guys, I'm about to find out. What is 400? All right, we're about to find out. The AI overview is being really strict to the point. I'll read you what it says. That's a good question for your cool peeps. The simple 1 dog year equals 7 human years rule is actually a myth, as dogs age much faster in their early years. An accurate calculation for something as extreme as 400 dog years is not possible because it is far beyond the dog's natural lifespan. The average lifespan for most dogs is typically 10 to 13 years, which smaller breeds living up to 20 years. An age of 100 dog years would equate to an impossible number of human years, well over a century, even with old inaccurate 7-to-1 ratio, which would be 2,800 human years. Hereford, you said that too. Oliver Smith said it is that about 2,800 human years or 120. It is 2,800. Because according to the old talk, let's just say from the ancient times, humans were supposed to live 1,000 years here, and then they started rolling back and getting shorter and shorter because of bad stuff happening. So technically, that's a long time. So realistically, we will be adding, if we were still designed to live 1,000 years before the world became a mud fest, we'll basically be asking to extend our life one time. How vets actually calculate a dog's age. Veterinarian professionals use a more nuanced approach. Not a nuanced approach. Come on. It's like it should be, you guys, when we take our beloved animals and pets to the veterinarian, it should be like we should roll up one of their cute little fat rolls, like trees. Unfortunately, when you cut a tree, you can count how old it is by counting the rings, which is backwards, because it's like, what if you're sitting down having a conversation with the tree and like, I want to know how old you are, boom, and you cut it in half. It's like you cannot have the conversation anymore. But if you could like pull back a roll of the animal's fat and see, like count the spots or something, and then we could tell how old the dog is instead of guesstimating. Yeah, biblically speaking, I think Adam lived 932. Yeah, man. So we were originally supposed to be down here having a good time for 1,000 years. Then go back to wherever we came from. Once the quote human experience was done, transition into another somewhere else. How VIDS actually calculate a dog's age. You guys, this is really cool. Thank you so much for asking about the translation of the animal and dog years, man. This is banana. Wow. And it's funny because AI overview would be like, LA, you are crazy. Why are you asking me all these insane questions? I hope AI overview don't blow up because I'll be asking some off the wall questions. Like, how many potatoes do I need to peel and boil to feed the world in reference to making potato salad? AI overview gonna shut down and go to its motherboard and be like, who is this LA person? She's asking me stupid questions. It's running me crazy. I'm sorry, you are assigned to her until further notice. I can't stand it. How long do I have to be stuck with her? She's gonna be asking me dumb questions. What did she ask you? How many potatoes does it take to make a potato salad big enough to feed the world? I mean, since we here, oh, we might as well figure it out. You know how they have the Impossible Whopper at Burger King? Why not just flood the system with impossible questions and see what happens? How many pounds of hamburger would it take? How many pounds of hamburger would it take to make the world's biggest hamburger to feed the world? Let's go hamburger. Oh man, hamburger helper makes a great meal. Oh man, gravy train dog food. Gravy train dog food. OMG, guys, this is fun. So, how in the world did we get from talking about Snoopy to the ice capades, to dog years, to feeding the world making a mass potato salad big enough to feed the world, and a large hamburger large enough to feed the world? Y'all, you just don't know what you're gonna find over here or what we're gonna talk about here on LA TV. Ask Baskethead, he knows. Sure, he knows. We'll ask him come tomorrow as he flies around through space and time, and the space and the time continuum. Join Baskethead as he quantum leaps through space. Okay. You guys, that was really fun. Let me see where I'm at really quickly before I move forward. Oh man, that's really funny. I tell you one thing for sure. I'm happy about the timeline that I'm born in right now. It's a sweet spot in the global timeline to be in, and I'm happy to be sharing it with all of you cool peeps, man. Let me minimize this and finish reading about the ice capades. So I asked earlier, wasn't Snoopy on ice, a thing, or was there an ice capades for Snoopy? 8 billion people times cheeseburger. 8 billion people. How could I ask the question? Give me a moment. I'm going to ask the question. How many how many pounds? All right, let's see. Let's hope that AI don't crash. Yes, they have Disney on Ice. That's there. But then Snoopy, Charlie Brown, they had a nice segment. And The Simpsons years ago also had The Simpsons on Ice. It wasn't just Disney holding it down. It was other characters who had their own run at Ice Capade Stories. So AI Overview provided us with information. Thank you, AI Overview. To feed the entire world's population with one giant hamburger, you would need approximately 3.4 billion pounds. That's 1.5 billion kilograms of raw ground beef. Here's a breakdown of that calculation. The estimated world population in 2025 is approximately 8.2 billion people. Serving size. We sound like monsters. Serving size. A standard satisfying serving for one person at a meal will equal to a 1/4 to 1/3 pound patty. It's typically around 4 ounces of raw ground beef. This is a conservative but sufficient estimate, especially when considering a single meal. Total ounces needed to pull this off. 8.2 billion people times 4 ounces per person equals 32.8 billion ounces of ground beef. Conversions to pounds. Since there are 16 ounces in a pound, the total weigh-in is 32.8 billion ounces. 16 ounces per pound equaling out to 2.5 billion pounds of raw ground beef. The problem with cooking a giant burger. Keep in mind that the ground beef loses 25% of its weight during cooking due to fat and moisture loss. This ends up with 4 ounces of cooked beef per person. You actually need more raw product. Are we really doing this, LA? Are we really actually counting up, quantifying, yes, quantifying how much hamburger we'll need to feed the world? Yes, on this live. The cows are going to be mad at you. Hypothetically, okay? Hypothetically, okay? Yes, I am a cow today, and I'm not encouraging anyone to do this. I'm not, but hypothetically speaking, on behest of the humans, how much hamburger would it take to feed the nation? Y'all, this has been a mess. I know that was right. You soybean. Moos don't approve. Yeah, I think they might have a talking with me. But like I said, I had to clean it up. I had to clean it up and say hypothetically speaking, because I am speaking for cows on Mondays and Tuesdays, putting cows in the positive light. Y'all, I have to answer to other people, and those other people are the cows on Mondays and Tuesdays. So, yeah, eat more chicken, you know the spiel. Eat more spaghetti, soy burgers, eat more grass, stuff that grows from the ground. Don't eat cows, moo, 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 all that jazz. So, moving forward. I agree, you soybean. LA, you need to take several seats. Sit down. You need to take several seats and what? Fix those dang old pancakes. Oh. So you would need over 2.7 billion pounds of cooked hamburger to provide a meal for every person on Earth. Let's band together. Y'all remember? Y'all remember the Lou Rawls telethon, where they would have telethons every summer, and they will be in the mall. They'll be raising money. They'll be like, "Hello, welcome into the today's telethon. We are raising money so we can feed the world hamburgers." This giant hamburger will be significantly larger than the current Guinness World Record holder, which weighed 2,566 pounds. Y'all mean to tell me somebody kind of already did this? Where is this topic going today? From Snoopy to hamburgers, feeding the world hamburgers. You guys, it says here, this giant hamburger will be significantly larger than the current Guinness World Record holder. There is a hamburger already in the Guinness World Book of Records that weighed 2,566 pounds. What a wonderful world. A parade of stars. If I can segue back into finishing, if I can segue back into finishing about Snoopy on ice before I run out of time. Legacy. Snoopy's association with ice skating continues today with modern-day Snoopy on ice shows, particularly at theme parks like Knott's Berry Farm, which are popular annual during the holiday season. And so, while Snoopy might not have been a regular act in the original Ice Capades touring company, his own shows were very real and popular, featuring world-class talents and becoming an iconic part of the Peanuts universe. Shouts out to Snoopy on Ice. I think monolithic domes are cool. Don't we all? If not by choice, but by force, we all do too. Moving forward, as we put the pieces together in this thing called life, oh, gravy train dog food, y'all. Gravy train dog food. I tend to say that so I don't have to swear all the time. You guys, this has been a wild ride, and I've enjoyed every moment of it on this episode. In the survey, it has which one you're gonna choose. We've got Charlie Brown or Snoopy. As the poll comes to an end, he says, "I have not admired monolithic domes, but now aspire to." Yes. Yes. Just imagine the snow globe on steroids. Which one you gonna choose? We have Snoopy coming in at 59% and Charlie Brown coming in at 41%. So, to my surprise, when we first started this survey, or should I say this live stream, Snoopy was coming in leading the charge hot and heavy. But now that time has gone on, it's almost close. We've got Charlie Brown, to my surprise, being voted in at 41% and Snoopy at 59%. Snoopy wins. Yes, Snoopy wins the contest. I've touched on a lot of things in reference to Snoopy. He is really cool, and I think he is like America's emotional support dog. And I believe it was either Oliver or Tarsus who said that Garfield was the first more emotional support animal. So we've got Garfield the cat as America's We've got Garfield the cat as America's emotional support cat. and Snoopy as America's emotional support dog. Where's my ink pen at? Y'all, how many times? If I had $1 for every time I said, where's my ink pen at? Let me write this last note down. I think... So let me put, so is Garfield. Oops. And is America's all right, I have my notes written down here. I was wondering what somebody was going to say that, and it came down to the end of it. I was wondering. I didn't mention it because I was waiting for someone else to say that. So we finally have someone correlating Snoopy with Snoop Dogg. No, we're not talking about him. We are talking about the beloved Snoopy. The beautiful, cute cartoon character that I have declared to be America's emotional support dog. Y'all, my foot has successfully fallen to sleep. Gosh almighty. So, whether or not I end this live stream, I won't be able to leave until my foot wakes up. I've been sitting on the floor all my life. We have furniture. But I think I still sit on the floor more than I sit on furniture. It's just burned into me now, you know, as a child. If you can't sit still and quit jumping around, you're going to break my couch. You're going to break my chair. Y'all sit on the floor. Okay, I'll sit on the floor since I can't be still. And then when you go to school 39 years, let's gather around this circle and sit on the floor. I'm like, we have chairs. Why we need to get out of our chair and come sit on the floor? Thanks a lot, school. Now all I do is sit on the floor. Gravy train dog food. You guys, I had a really great time coming in, hanging out with the Cool Peeps. Thank you, my Cool Peeps, for stopping in and supporting. We are doing great. We are reaching our goal. I got the numbers mixed up. We have about, I'll overestimate, I think 34 or 35 more hours to go, and I'll be successfully at the first tier of YouTube partnership program. Yay! So I'm really excited to see how that works. I you know, one day I'm going to wake up and push the live stream button, and I'm probably going to have all these new settings and features, and y'all, I'll probably start crying because it's been a long time going. Man, I'm so very happy about that. So once again, which is why I'm thanking all you guys for your support and for clicking the like button, commenting, and watching, because we're almost there. Wow. It's still hard to believe, guys. It really is. It's been many years. It's been many years. In closing, well, let's see. The way things are going, since I need 34 or 35 more hours, the hours came in today for me at 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's when my hours come in every day. And so what it does is the schedule for YouTube counting hours is an hour behind, kind of like how people get paid every 2 weeks. So it's still calculating last week's hours. So today is Tuesday. So let me look in my book. So I believe since today is Tuesday, YouTube calculated my hours for Thursday last week. So when tomorrow comes, when I'm doing Basket Heads live stream, it will be calculating the hours that I did Friday, which was Hercules the Shark and Fusion Friday's music. Those numbers actually last week were lower, so maybe in the week, let's see so speaking like in current day, today is numbers, guys, me and numbers. I like numbers, but sometimes I get soupy. Today is December 16th, which is Tuesday. So let's see by this time next week, or should we say by next Wednesday, the numbers should be caught up enough to suffice. So perhaps this time Wednesday I should be there. Every day is different. You just hold the line. I can tell you right now, as of today, I currently have, let me look, I can tell you, I finally learned how to check how many hours I have while I'm live. I currently have, with this live stream alone, 4.5 hours in watch time. So thank you guys. Right now I'm at 4.9 watch time hours. And so we'll see where we'll be tomorrow. I'm not sure if I'm going to make a bonus video or not. I've been having to turn down my work a little bit to save my voice to get across the finish line, you know. So I didn't do a live stream yesterday because I needed to rest my voice. So perhaps we will be there next Wednesday, because once again, the algorithm is, for me, is 5 days behind, which is why I had to write everything down so I don't get lost. So it's currently calculating last week's hours. And sometimes all my hours that I accrue from like live streams, they don't count because it's based on what I did last year, because the numbers I did last year fall off every day. So let's say today let's say this time last year when I was in the cow suit still and I gained 17 hours. Well, I'm obviously not going to hit the goal from last year because I only have 5. But if I do a bonus video, they'll balance it out. So it's kind of like that too. So I'm racing against myself from last year. So that's another reason why it may take long, because I yielded higher numbers last year maybe on certain days. So they'll subtract those. So it's like that too. So I'm rooting for next Wednesday, but I don't remember all the videos I did and hours I accrued last year, and it's a lot of stuff I have to still learn, but we're almost there. I tell you, it's a lot better than 3,000 watch hours. So thank you so much for asking, and I was able to give you guys some insight. If you didn't know, at least for me, that's how it's going. And I only read what the screen tells me. You know, I only read what the screen says before me. Yeah. So it says, eligibility, let me see. It says here, why this could take a week to update. We carefully validate each channel's engagement metrics before they are displayed here. This process may take several days to complete and may vary from what you see elsewhere, such as YouTube Analytics. Once upon a time when they were starting this rule where they were going through our hours with the fine-tooth comb, it told me that it could take up to 5 to 7 days for the numbers to kick out and reflect. Now it's not taking me 7 days, it's taking 5 days. I primarily stream in the morning to stay in a rhythm because I had to do other things outside outside of this, like, cook dinners, clean the house, spend time with family, run errands, and work on other projects. So I try to keep a schedule. So I try to squeeze my bonus videos in before lunchtime if I can. But yeah, I'm primarily a morning show person. Because it helps keep the flow of the house going. Thank you guys so much for asking. Um, Sometimes I'll go on Saturday and Sundays. That's every once in a while, but that's still more or less in the mornings. I'm a morning show gal. Thank you guys for gathering around the forest fire, bonfire, dumpster fire, whatever fire you desire before the rising sun. I am LA, pronounced like LA like the city. I'm not from there, but I'm breezy. Good morning. Wow, we just had more people come in. It's my birthday. Wow, dude, let me put some birthday cakes in here. Thank you so much, Tarsus. Thank you so much, Oliver. Thank you so much, Chile, for coming in. Spicy waffle in the heezy, spicy waffle. Thank you guys so much. And happy birthday to you, Bethany. I'm gonna put some birthday cakes in here since I caught you right at the tail end of me leaving. Hang on, Bethany. There you go. Happy birthday. Yay. That's sweet. Happy birthday, girl. Thank you so much. This thing is so comfortable. So I've been on the search looking for new onesies. I'll probably I don't know which one I'm gonna pick, but I've been on the search for more. And y'all, I need some eye drops. I'm gonna have to put some eye drops in my eye. Yup, so yeah, thank you guys so much. You're welcome, Bethany. I'm glad you saw that. So now that you've seen it and you got your birthday wishes, I'm getting ready to get out of here. Thank you so much for coming in. Thank you for your support. I really do appreciate you. And we're almost there to the finish line. Have a safe everything. I love you all. Bye-bye.